Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Jareé, also known as Jareé Dalasia. When you see, just want you to see us too. Ooh, just wanna melt into you. So as you can see from the title, I'm gonna be doing a high school freshman advice from someone who's going to college. So I got 19 on here. My first one is to join clubs. Y'all, like, my whole time I was in high school, I haven't joined one club. I wanted to join art club in 11th grade. I wanted to join art club in 12th grade. But I just didn't. I'm not really a social person if I don't know you. But I feel like a part of high school is to have, like, everlasting memories. You always want to have something to remember about. I'd rather, like, know, like, oh, I was in all these clubs. If it gets too overwhelming, sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. If it gets too overwhelming, you don't have to do it. But I just feel like you get in clubs and in freshman year, it's going to be way more comfortable for you by the time you're in like the 12th, by the time you're in the 10th, 11th, because you're used to it. Rather than if you just join a club in like 11 or 12, it might feel uncomfortable because everybody may know each other, everybody may already be friends with each other, and it'll just be kind of like awkward, rather than if like everybody's in 9th grade, none of y'all really know each other sometimes, and it's like more easier to get to know people like that. My second one is to study. I don't care what nobody say. If somebody's saying, oh, I'm gonna go to this party and you got a test tomorrow, study. Like, in my opinion, go to college. If you're interested in colleges look at your 11th grade year. They look at your 11th grade year grades. But if you like in 9th grade and you already getting it, and then by the time you get to 11th grade, your grades is on point, and then they also need a 12th grade one. Start freshman year, like, on your stuff, studying, doing what you need to be doing. If you're not a study person and you feel like you don't need to study and you still get good grades without studying, then that's your preference. But in my opinion, I feel like you should study, because there's been multiple times where I didn't study or I did homework the day before like it was due. It's just too stressful. Number 3, fighting. Something I never did. Well, I transferred my last year. So, like, I went to the same school from 9th to 11th and then switching into 12th. My other school, they had the school separated by grades. So each floor was which grade. So it was hard for you to, like, have beef with somebody or something, or like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna fight somebody. Because, usually it don't be the people fighting each other in the same grade sometimes. It be people that be lower classmen fighting, or like upperclassmen, but it be different grades usually. Don't be the same grades because everybody already be knowing each other unless they like had a fallout or something. But in my opinion, try not to fight. Don't try to fight. In my opinion, like, if you want to fight somebody, you like leave that for middle school. When you get to high school, college is gonna look at your stuff and want reasons as to why you fight. They're gonna feel like girl me in action by joining their university because you were fighting. Like, don't fight nobody if you don't have to. Don't fight nobody because they talking about your mom, your dad. Like, seriously, like, give it to God, or give it up. If you don't believe in God, give it to yourself. Let it go. Like, don't fight nobody unless they put your hands on you or they're in your personal space. Like, there's no need to just fight somebody because they was talking about you. Like, it's not gonna matter, because at the end of the day, if you're going to college or not, that's just something that once you get up in that age, it's just like, why are you fighting? We shouldn't be fighting because somebody was talking about you. It's never that deep. My fourth one is school supplies. Yo, you're not in middle school. You don't need 2 binders, mad folders. You need folders for each class, and probably like a binder. You don't need mad pens, mad pencils. You don't even need all that. You don't need all that little extra stuff in your book bag. Keep 2 pencils, 2 colors of your favorite pen, and a black or red pen. Like, that's what I'm literally doing right now. You don't need all these school supplies. You don't need all these folders, all these notebooks. Like, and use your locker. Like, some of y'all, like, when I was just in my old school, like, so many people were not using their lockers. Why are you not using your lockers? Y'all's walking around, and once you get into the environment and you're comfortable with your school, you're gonna be able to. This is why I don't get how people say we used to have a 5-minute transition, bro. Each class 5 minutes. That's enough for you to be like at the door, like, soonest, like, have your stuff ready. When class ends, have your stuff ready, use the bathroom, do whatever you need to do. If you have a class that's upstairs, and you're downstairs, you literally have enough time to hurry up and go to your locker. There's no reason why you should be like allowing yourself to carry all those books. I mean, like, unless like you're at the top floor. My last school only had 2 floors. But if you got like 4 floors, I don't know what to tell you. But if you got like 2 and like it's always the top to the left and then the bottom one to the right, then don't do that. But like if you got like rotations or you know you're gonna be going to the next class, have your books already out in your hand so you don't gotta go to your locker, take the stuff out. Rather than if you first start, you already got these books in your locker right there ready for you, and you could just get the other books right out your book bag and go right in there. Like, seriously. My 5th one is relationships. I really have no room to speak on relationships because I've never been in one. One thing I can say is I'm thankful for my dad, because he always, like, it's gonna sound crazy, like as you're growing up and you're hearing it, it's annoying to hear like, oh, parents or your dad's gonna be like, you can't have a relationship until you're married to your 30. Those be little jokes. I'm very proud to say, like, nobody could be like, oh, I had her. Nobody be like, oh yeah, I had her. And then you're just like, focus on yourself. You don't have to feel the need to be worried about somebody in high school. Like, especially if they go to your school. If they go to your school and y'all break up, y'all gonna have to see each other. If they don't go to your school, you're gonna have to have serious stress because you don't know if they're cheating on you. You don't know what they're doing. I just closed my laptop. And then sometimes they don't even last. Like, it'd be a waste of your time. You'll be sitting up somewhere crying when you got a test the next day. It's not worth it. Number 6, parties. I ain't never been to a party. Once again. I feel like I really be feeling like sometimes like my teenage years, I got 2 teenage years left, but I be feeling like I be on grind time. I be worried about school. Number 7, seniors and freshmen dating. I never actually seen this. I know people always say, oh, because whenever I was a freshman, I was thinking like I was actually kind of scared because I was like, oh, I don't want nobody that's like 17, 18 trying to get on me. It never happened to me. I never seen it happen to nobody else either. But I did see somebody that was in the 10th grade dating somebody that was in the 12th grade. Really weird. Because it's just like, how are you 18 on your way to college dating someone that's going to the 11th grade? Like, how are you in the 12th grade dating somebody in the 10th? That's mad weird in my opinion. Like, what do you see? When you're older and you're like grown and you're like, yeah. But it was just like 16 and 18 will never sit right with me. Like, now that I'm about to be 18, it's just like, you literally, what do you have in common with somebody that's that much younger than you? The only way that's even acceptable is if it's like is if you're like grown, like I said, like 18, 20, but it's still like somebody 18-year-old and a 20-year-old is on a whole different level. The 20-year-old, you're almost able to drink. The 18-year-old, you just turned 18. You're just new to this life. You're less more experienced, and it's easier for someone to take advantage of you when you're that much older than somebody. People think that 2 years is not a lot. It's not a lot, but it's the maturity level. The maturity level is totally different. And it's just so much easier for you to be so much vulnerable and for someone to take advantage. Number 8, choose good electives. If it's too overwhelming, don't even worry about it. But yeah, choose good electives because you want to give your, like, while you're taking honors, it's good to have good electives. Like, everything is off your chest. Take electives that you want to do. Like, if you really like music, take music. If you really like art, take art. Like, it gives you time off your back where you're relaxed. Use your brain. Nah. Take at least one AP that is related to your career. I never took AP. This is something you don't have to do. I just, from looking at other people that did it, it's a good idea. If you want to take it there and you like to push yourself, try to take one AP. Because this is one less thing you have to worry about when you get to college, you know? Because you have less things to worry about when you're in high school rather than when you're in college. 10th one was take honors, but I already went into that. 11. Don't sacrifice your mental health for good grades. High school is different from college. There's nothing wrong with giving yourself a break. If you need a mental health day while you're in high school, get one. But don't be like every single month you're doing it or every single week, because that's just not going to look good. You're not going to know what's going on in class. You're going to have to always ask the teacher for notes. Like, people are going to be concerned. You don't want CPS coming up to you. I mean, whatever it's called. Child Protective Services coming to your parents' house asking you why you're not coming to school. But if you need it, if you're super tired, go to bed. Don't stay up all night studying. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, me, I've always gotten all A's and all B's and stuff. And I would always stress myself out if it was a C. I didn't even like seeing B's, to keep it 100, but sometimes you gotta you can push yourself, but don't push yourself this like so much that you're like, your brain is rattling, like just like messing with your mental, like you're getting depressed. Like, well, participate. My old school, I'm sorry if I keep like my old school, my new school, blah 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 stuff. It was totally different environment, totally different rules. It was so different for me. And the whole thing with them, with the old school, you literally had a grade for participation. In this school, if you get participation points taken away from you, make sure you participate. If you participate regularly, or at least sometimes, it's less likely that the teacher is going to call on you. If you don't participate at all and you're extremely quiet, the teacher is going to call on you because they want to hear your voice and make sure that you're aware of what's going on and you know what's going, like that you're paying attention. Number 13, don't skip. Let me tell you, don't skip. It seems fun to skip. Seen on TikTok, they be like, when I hear the keys and you get to run and jump on the stalls. It's fun in games when you're doing it, but when you get caught, it's just like, you're the one that's missing out on your education. You're the one that's not gonna know what's going on. And then another thing is, when you skip, like I said, it seems fun. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, that's a part of, like, I'm not even trying to be funny, that's like a part of life. And it seems like, oh yeah, I want to skip, that sounds so fun. Yeah, it do sound fun, and it's probably fun. I skipped a class before in middle school, but it wasn't like a real class. It was like a advisory. It was like something at the beginning of the day. But my thing is, why you want to sit in the bathroom for 30 minutes, for 60 minutes? And on top of that, the teachers know when you skip. So, like, if you're going to sit there and skip, you'll be an attendant all these other classes, and all of a sudden you're absent for one, and then you attend the other ones. That's clearly letting the teachers know you skip. So that's, you're going to keep doing that. That's going to let the teacher know you're skipping, and then your parents is going to get off. 14, style. So when you go to high school, nah, for real. There was this one girl I knew. She literally dressed up every single day. We're seeing her sweatpants. My thing is, you're coming to get your education. What do you need to, it's not a fashion show. Like, you don't need to dress up every single day. Dress how you want to dress. And all that. Dress how you want to dress. Dress comfortable. If you want to dress comfortable. If you want to wear sweatpants every single day, y'all, there's people I've seen wear the same exact clothes for every single day of the year. There's more things to be worried about. Like, there's people like that. If you have, and another thing is, if you have clothes and you like them shoes, you want to wear them every day, wear them then. Somebody's worried about what you're wearing and you know what you have. Oh well, dress how you want to dress. There was so many different styles. Like, at my last school, it was literally like a movie, real life. There was tables where if you was on the track team, that's where you sat. If you was on the cheerleading team, if you played football, if you played soccer, all that. There was different types of tables, people with different types of styles. So in school, you will find your people. You don't need to act like somebody else. You, especially as a freshman, because like other people are just gonna look at you and be like when you're not a part of a group and someone else is, they know when someone is an outsider. They know when you're not really part of them, and they know when you're faking. So it's just like, be yourself. Like, if you know you want to dress emo, dress emo. Oh well. Like, number 16, go to them school events. I'm talking homecoming. Go to homecoming, because my first homecoming was 12th grade. That's horrible. My other school has snowballs and stuff, but I never wanted to go because I never had friends. But let me tell y'all, 12th grade, I was eating them curls up out there. And I was supposed to go with my brother, but I didn't. I ended up going to prom with him, so it didn't really matter. But like, you want to live it up. Like, don't be like me and wait till 12th grade to go to a freaking school dance just because you don't know people. I went with someone to homecoming for 12th grade, but she knew more people than me. And like I said before, I'm not social, so I'm not about to keep following you everywhere. So eventually, I'm quiet, and I will be a person on the wall. But that night, I was turned. I was in the middle, and I'll put some videos. out there. In the middle. Don't play. In the middle. If you don't want to get in the middle, you don't got to get in the middle. But these is life experiences. Like, I told myself I was going to homecoming. Y'all, I figured out I was going. When I asked the girl, I'm like, you going to homecoming? It was the one person I knew that I worked at Wendy's with her. I'm like, are you going to homecoming? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay, we should go together. And we went together. Not on no like relationship stuff, but on like some, yeah, we go to prom with me too. But I wasn't going to prom with her because I already know I was with my brother. I didn't tell her that because it was supposed to be a secret. Like a pop out, you know what I'm saying? Because he was in the 9th grade and I was in the 12th, and I went with him. And they didn't have no boo. And once again, I was new to the school. I'm not finna go with nobody else unless they ask me. And ain't nobody know me, so I ain't expect nobody to either. But just live your life. Starts in 9th grade. Like, seriously. 17. Well, I ain't on 17 actually, because I skipped some because I kind of wrote the same things over again. But popularity, don't be, same thing that kind of refers with the style. Be yourself. No point of trying to be popular. If you're not popular, oh well. You stand, in my opinion, you stand out more when you're not popular, when you're not in the in crowd, because I was never in an in crowd, and I noticed how much stares and how much people looked at me. People will stare at you because you're popular, but people will also be aware of you and realize that you're not in the in crowd and realize that you're different because you're not worried about being popular, and that was me. So not really no point. You'll get the attention anyway. Don't trust everyone. That's my next one. Don't trust everyone, because I promise you, when they say when you're in 9th grade and you're not going to be friends with somebody until the 12th grade, they was not lying. Y'all, I had a friend that I was friends with her in 8th grade. We knew we was going to the same school. We didn't even stay friends for the whole 9th grade year. The year wasn't even over and I stopped being friends with her. I had a friend when I went to the 11th grade. Wasn't even friends with her. Wasn't even friends with her for the whole time. Just too much fake stuff. I mean, like, some people will genuinely be friends with somebody. If you look in the mirror, sis, you know you bad, they gonna hate. I had friends that literally dry hated on me for no reason. That did snake stuff behind my back for no reason. It's because you're pretty and they're hating on you. Simple. There's nothing to it. So therefore, don't trust everybody, because somebody's gonna tell your business. Somebody's the whole school's gonna know. Freshman year, last thing is take harder classes now, so your senior year could be chill, like mine, like me. Like, I had 3 regular classes. What did I have? I had probability and stats, African American literature, honors chemistry, and that was it. The rest of my classes was I had a cooking class, a art class, I had gym classes. But yeah, like, when you get this 12th grade year, you want that to be chill. And if you could really go for it, get half days. I could have got half days, but I'm glad I didn't, because you get to just live your last full experience. If you've been through it all and you feel like you got the experience, go ahead and get half days. But I never got a high school experience because my last school was way too strict, which is why I left. And I just couldn't deal with that. Like, I didn't want to look back and be like, this is just like I barely even, like, you know, too strict. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But good luck on your freshman year, and it will be okay. It will be worth it. And just, like I said before, if you believe in God, give it to God. If you don't believe in God, believe in something. If you don't want to believe in anything, believe in yourself. That's all you can do. It's all you can do. You're the one that's in control. God's in control. But I'm not enforcing anything on anybody. So you're the second person in control. God's going to guide you, but you're going to be the reason why you do something. God's going to give you it. He's going to give you the ingredients, but you have to make it, literally. But that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, and bye.